these charts, these are just the basic of this candlestick. This is just an introduction. This, we haven't even got into any of the what is called reversal signals. I just wanted you to get familiar with candles. You know, um, when you go and learn, like look, let's look here. Here's three advancing soldiers. One, two, three. What happened? The market goes down. Um, I want to show you examples just to give you a little insight. This right here, and I'm jumping ahead, but I'm going to show you an example of what I call why I would not use this. I'm going to create some trend lines, and I'm going to show you something here. We're going to put a trend line here, right? And we're going to get another trend line out of this, and we're going to put it, let's just grab it right quick. Let me just see if I can create. I want to just show you examples. Okay, so here the market went up, but here we see shadows and everything. But I want to just put some trend lines here, and I want to put this right here. I see what's happening in here because I understand candles very well. So I'm able to spot certain things. But what you see right here, this little puppy right here, this trend, and again, I have a magnet on my this is magnetized. I like to magnetize it. Okay, so this is what they call a pendant flag, right? There's a pendant flag right here. So this market is actually going up, but at this point it's staying within this trend and it's getting smaller and smaller. And there's your what is called your Marabozos right here. You know, it's not really going to tell you none. The market is very weak. It's consolidating. It's going sideways, even though it looks like a pendant. It's actually there's a burst getting ready to happen, and that burst actually happened going up, and that's where you see it. It's going up. Okay, so that's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn to identify. Um, at this point, you wouldn't have got in this market right here because you would have already known this was happening. This is like a coil, a spiral twisting together for a great big explosion. And when you start to understand your other indicators, you're going to be able to get in right here at this point. You would have gotten in right here and gotten out right here, waiting for your next move to go in to take advantage of all this. Okay? Let's go with something else I want to show you. Let's see if I can get another indicator here. And again, this is advanced. I just wanted to show you this because I wanted to show you how much fun you're going to have. Right here is what you see is a double bottom. And let's just kind of pull it up right here. You see right here, and I can see these patterns where just picture this market coming all the way up here. And it's also a possible head and shoulders because we're in the day. It's hard to tell. But let's kind of drop down into the hour. See what happens. Okay. Let's shrink it. Let's see if we can shrink this and go back to well, we actually can't even see our line, so we're going to stay with the day since we don't see the and I could find it, but right now I don't want to do all that. So here it is right here. So we see this double bottom. Okay, that's a double bottom right there, right? So that's a pattern. That means that even though it was right here, I that pattern would have told me this could be a this also is an A, B, and C. See, so I would have known to get in right here, and I would have also known to take it all the way down to here. This would have been my reversal, somewhere right in here, depending on when you were going to be able to see that, and that's where you would have gotten in right here and took it right here. So I'm a little advanced. I'm just wanting to show you how trained. This is what is called a trained eye, where you can see these patterns. Again, here's another one. and I'll see if I can take this with me over to there. We look right here, right? Let's see if I can grab it. It's, come on. Okay. Okay. So we see right here, there's lots of patterns. There's lots of patterns. This one right here that we're looking at, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take this off auto. You can take this off auto and you can actually move the chart down now. Now I can kind of, well, it's not off auto yet. Let's see. Um, Auto, yeah, it's off auto. It's not, because if it was, no, it may need to be on auto. Let's see. Well, let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's off auto. Okay, so here we go. Now, if we look right here, again, I'm just going to show you another pattern. This pattern is called a head and shoulders, right? It doesn't matter, and it could be a possible head and shoulders from this point, but it's also definitely a head and shoulders from this point. And this is where the market has to repeat itself. So what we have right here is the head, the shoulder, and the head. We come down here, it forms another shoulder. So then it's got to either repeat itself right here. So, but because it broke this right here and then shot back up, this could be the actual, and I'll go ahead and put a line right there. But this could be the actual drop of that right here. So this market is coming all the way down here before it reverses back up. Okay? These are patterns, my friends, my students, you guys. This is what you're going to learn. This is the beauty of the candles. Then we can look right here, right? And again, this is what they call a morning star, which is a reversal signal. Okay, and again, I'm just kind of jumping into a little bit of what we're going to learn in the next lessons. I just wanted you to learn the importance of candlesticks. Um, I want you all as a for lessons to draw these candlesticks that you see in these lessons. They're on the inside my board where you can go and review them. You have access to all these videos. I want you to draw these candles. I want you to have a relationship with these candles. You know why? Because these are the candles that you're going to be using for the remaining of your trades. I want you to wake up. I want you to dream these candles because this is what's going to help you have a trained eye. I could have easily stayed with these charts right here. I could have easily talked about these candles within these charts, but I wanted you to draw them because I want some of them to be short. I want some of them to be long. I don't want you to get used to thinking that every candle is the same. So when you start learning these patterns, you won't expect to see them the same way. Banks have already known that we are using this system. Algorithms. This is the reason why some people believe that they use algorithms, but guess what? The computer cannot detect some of these dojis in here. That's why the human is going to always be needed when it comes to dealing with candlesticks, because the trained eye is what's going to be able to see them because they're going to always be different sizes. So if you just try to understand candles and then go get an algorithm automatic system to say, okay, when I see a doji or when I see a dragonfly or a graveyard or three advancing soldiers, let me in. No, let's look at these three advancing soldiers could come in gaps. They could come all kinds of ways. Double bottoms can come different ways. Double tops, pendants. Consolidation comes not just in a pendant, it also comes in a flag. We call it, it's shaped like our American flag. We could find some of these. Let's see. And here's one. There's an example. That's a flag because it's straight. If I was to go and get a trend line, let's see. Let's look at this right quick. Let's just show you what we're talking about. I'll put one right here, and I'll get another one, and I'll put another one there as well. And if you come down, there it is. See how straight? That's consolidating. These are where you don't want to trade, right? There's another big explosion that happens right here. It came up, went down on this pull, it swung up, retraced, and then took off. You would have known this once you learn how to chart. So this concludes the introduction to get to know candlesticks. Um, please complete the questions and answers of the test. There is going to be some bonus on there. If you have any questions regarding um, this introduction, again, don't worry about what you didn't remember because this is just an introduction. This is not an actual class, but there is going to be a test after we learn the more of the various. It's almost, there's probably over 10 different reversal signals that we're getting ready to learn next. So the actual question and answers to this won't come until you actually start taking the lessons. So that means if you're interested in learning candles and you want to go further with this, please go ahead and go to the next lessons and begin, and we will begin this. And again, we have a continuation of this is just the beginning. We have lots of other indicators. I want you all to be serious about this, and we can go further, we can learn how to trade, and we can make some money and be successful. And with this, I conclude the introduction.